Do you want to do an opening?
No.
Okay, fair enough. I love the honesty. No, I do not.
Right,
okay.
Welcome back to episode 3 of our one episode special on the apocalypse. Basically, we realised last time that there's a lot to talk about in terms of the apocalypse, or just zombies, as it turns out, which we've waffled on about now for the past 2 episodes, I believe. Entirely zombies. Yeah, we've covered weapons, we've covered locations, we've covered the fact that me and Sam are fat, probably too fat to survive, or Jesus covered that anyway. Yeah, we did, yeah. So I think the idea is today we're going to talk about different kinds of end of world scenarios, different apocalypses, a breath of fresh air, so to speak, in the apocalypse world. Right, so without further ado, let's get going. I'm one of your hosts tonight, Mushu, Andy. I've got Panub, Sam over there. Say hi, Sam. Come on, animate yourself. Hello. Man. Fuck.
Good to meet you. My name is Sam.
And then down there we've got the bearded hobbit that we like to call Jesus or Face Drifter.
Hello.
And that is probably the most animated you're going to see him all night, I would imagine. Oh, and there we go. He's done.
He's turned into the garden gnome again.
So like as previously stated, we spent a lot of time talking about the zombie side of things. Does anyone want to throw out a different kind, like something unique?
I can throw out a different kind, Mushu, but before we do, I think we should address the amazing response that we've had on YouTube from all of our viewers, and answer a couple of questions and read a couple of comments out. I don't know if you're up for that.
No.
You're not up for it.
No. They can keep their fucking opinions to themselves. No. Obviously, always up for hearing what people have got to say, providing it's nice.
Yeah. Well, the response has been incredible. Thank you so much. I'm just going to cherry pick 2, mainly because there's only been 2.
Which ones are you going to pick? I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know. It's going to take a while, people, so settle down. If you haven't put the kettle on, grab yourself a cup of tea.
Hang on, are you trying to technology live? Like, are you trying to technology as we do this?
No, I took a screen print earlier. Look.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Anyway, so, shit, now I've fucked the technology up. Right, well, we've got the first major comment from Charles Anderson. Thank you so much for getting in touch.
Thank you.
Very simply, it just says pretty hot girls online. I mean, it's not the most in-depth question, and it doesn't really say a lot about having watched the show, but, we appreciate your input. Thank you.
That makes a lot of sense, because I tend to read things literally, and if you actually notice, it says pretty hot gilras online.
Whereas, see, I'm part spastic, so I take the first letter and the last letter, and I make the word what it should be.
Yeah.
Click the link, but just wondering, is it fish gills or is it girls? I assume you've clicked it.
Well, I've never been interested in any gilras, so I didn't bother clicking it. Now I know it possibly meant to say girls. Yeah, I'll be back in a mo.
Yeah, well, again, thank you so much for your input.
It's all appreciated.
Yeah, you're the reason we do this. But there's a better comment on here from someone called Hayden D. Newman, and it says, if U4 was, I'll correct that in a minute, if U4 was together within an zombie apocalypse, one has to go. Which one and why? Now, it's were. Sorry, I can't let that fly. In any way, it's not a problem. It's probably just your phone. It's not a smartphone.
I vote Sam because of that. Because of that fucking shit. It's a zombie apocalypse. Zombie. Well, technically, they're not actually zombie. If you notice, fuck you, Sam. Fuck off, man.
Yeah. Well, shut up, you twat. I can't help it. You can read words the way they're written. Apparently, I can't. I can't read the sentence when it's written.
No. And you can't let grammar mistakes slide either.
No. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to translate it into Queen's English, the way I was raised, not dragged.
If you were drug up, mate, Sam, stop it. This is fucking painful.
This was the 80s in Ventnor, so I'm very well may have been.
Right, I'll tell you what. Let's scratch. Hello, welcome to episode 3 of the.
This is what happens when we start really late at night. Anyway, if you four were together in a zombie apocalypse, one has to go. Which one and why? Now, I assume he means the toilet, and I would guess Mushu because he's old.
That's a very different way to the way I read that question.
Okay, how did you read it then?
I was like, one of you needs to die.
One of you needs to not be booted out.
I would have gone with it, someone had to die.
Okay, we'll go for someone has to die then.
Maybe. I mean, you're not looking good, Sam. I've got to say.
Oh.
Just because, as everyone that's watching will know, because they've watched the previous episodes, if you haven't, do so. We spoke about meat and the meat content of people, and Sam, I'm sorry, mate, you've got quite a good stock on you.
I do have a bit of stock on me.
You do, mate.
But the problem is, do any of you have the skills to do me justice?
I'm a qualified butcher.
Are you though?
Yeah.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, honestly, I am.
Okay, well, that saves you.
I used to be a long, long time ago. I got qualifications in butchery, but I haven't butchered anything for quite a while.
Jeeves, you're always butchering things based on the knives you keep producing.
Oh, God.
No comment.
No comment at all. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna vote for Rambo because of his connection issues. Fuck it.
I mean, that's pretty harsh. In a world where we can assume there's probably no internet anyway, you're going to hold on to that grudge. We're going to be there. We're like, you know what, boys? I think we can actually survive this. And Sam, we're like, not use that. Your fucking connection internet. Seems a little cold, but yeah, if that's your reasons, go for it, man.
Pretty harsh question. Thanks for all voting me out. Come on, Jeeves. Are you going to butcher me as well?
I'm going to have to go with yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Bunch of cunts. Well, great. Thanks for your input, Hayden. I've just found out I'm going to be eaten by my friends. Lovely.
I can't wait, actually. I'm already formulating recipes.
Can I recommend smoking me slowly? Because, like any gristly animal, low and slow is always the win.
Jesus is just thinking about sautéed sweetbreads.
Well, you see, if that's what you're after, go for Rambo. He's got a massive bollock on him.
Oh, God, yeah, that could feed a tribe for a week. That thing.
I personally think sedentary lifestyles would make for much tenderer meat. And you boys, you ain't exactly been busy this last 12 weeks, have you?
Yeah, that's very assumptive of you.
Yeah, you'd be like a veal, pink meat.
Look at this thing. I can't move it anymore.
Lovely. Moosh fingers. Delicious. Okay, right, well...
I think that rounds up nicely our comments and answers section, doesn't it? Thank you for all your comments.
Oh, God, just imagine after I'm gone how terribly you'll all speak. Oh, that'd be awful.
We won't speak. We'll just communicate. We'll just communicate in clicks and whistles. We'll be fine.
Perfect.
We'll revert to a simpler time.
Oh, fucking brilliant. Right, well, that's that section done with. Thank you very much. We appreciate the comments, people. Keep adding them, and we'll find out how many different ways they can kill me off. I'm going to be like Kenny by the end of this thing, aren't I? Oh, God, we ate that.
Right.
Shocking. Anyway,
Go on, then.
We were talking about apocalypses.
Yeah.
And I think also the reason we're on part 3 is because we started off with a question from our fallen warrior, Rambo. winner of a Purple Heart in Corona 2020.
That's true,
yeah. I mean, he made the ultimate sacrifice. God rest your soul. He asked us what our ideal situation would be in an apocalypse. Jesus chose zombies, and we spoke about nothing but zombies for pretty much 2 hours straight. Whereas I actually had an answer for that, and it was an EMP. I quite like the idea of the power grid going down.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I remember, did you guys see that TV show Revolution?
Oh no, I never actually watched it. I am aware of it.
Oh, that's a shame, because it was one of the first ones to ever have a game run parallel to a TV show. They had
right.
the game. It wasn't the best by far, but when stuff happened in the TV show, they released DLC in the game that was related and linked into it. So it was quite a nice little thing they did.
Yeah, I quite like that.
But like all great shows, it was axed before it was ever finished, so we never really got any answers. And it wasn't technically an EMP that happened in that, but everything that had power stopped working. It was like little nanobots, and they sort of just took all the power out of everything, so they couldn't even replace shit and get it all working again. But I like the idea of the power going out and then the inevitable rebuild. I feel like it would definitely cause ridiculous carnage. You know, like a solar flare or something like that. But I don't want zombies running around. I wonder what would happen. Would it bring out the best or the worst in people?
Definitely the worst.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you were 100% right. It would definitely.
there wouldn't be any good side to that.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. But it would be the same worst in people that would happen in any apocalypse, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Realistically,
well,
I mean,
yeah. Depending on how quickly, and I think the severity of the incident would depend. Because I mean, we could be in the beginning stage of an apocalypse now. We don't know, because it's all about timeline, and at this point, things are relatively civil. But there's got to be a point at some point, the breaking point, where society just can't cope, and panic takes over. And I think in your terms, that would happen very quickly as soon as the power went out and people realised that it wasn't coming back on. That's when it would go horribly wrong.
Well, we saw how the country reacted to Corona, and within 2 days of lockdown even being spoken about, we had no bog roll, we had no pasta. People were feeding their kids dick pasta from Ann Summers because greedy fuckers had bought it all. I saw this footage about a week after all of that crazy panic buying of the waste that had been collected up because all these arseholes had bought everything, but couldn't eat it all. It was like, oh shit, I definitely need 67 oranges. I'm gonna have to have 67 oranges for the next 3 days, 100%. And like we saw how that went, but if it all went tits up, if there was like a massive EMP and debit cards stopped working, who carries a decent enough cash to live? Because you probably couldn't go to your bank to withdraw unless you've got like. No, I don't think. I really don't see how they would let you take money out.
The economy wouldn't last anyway. The economy would be it would collapse within like days.
Yeah, and they say there's always 3 days worth of food kicking around the country, don't they? They say you should have 3 days in your house and like what is it? 3 meals from anarchy? Is that the phrase? Oh no. Okay. Well, either way, I wonder how the world would react, how young people would react with no phones or internet. I say young people, I mean, Christ. Do you imagine not having your PlayStation or your telly to keep you busy? Imagine having to read books. Ugh.
Yeah, I left my phone in the living room once when I went for a shit, and it was the longest 45 minutes of my life. Awful.
I'm not even convinced I can go for a shit anymore without a telephone. It's like that. I need that distraction. So my body's just like, right, I know you're doing something foul here.
You got a Bluetooth ring piece.
Yeah. Hide your shame. Look elsewhere. Don't focus on the task. Just let it happen. Yeah, I used to read books before phones got good, and yeah, so I suppose I'd still be able to take a dump because I've got books kicking around. But
well, yeah, that's that. That's just, yeah.
Yeah, I think it would just be carnage. But I wonder whether or not if there would be any rebuild from it because of the carnage that ensued. I mean, if it.
The thing is, I think we're at a position now as a race where, as soon as you take away the internet and the ability to communicate with each other, we would be straight back to the dark ages. You know, it would be tribes, it would be tribal living. You'd have small gatherings of people who keep in close proximity because that's their safety bubble, and occasionally you get one that travels from one camp to another, and that's how you get your trading started and your postal systems restarted and all that sort of stuff. So
you see, now that's interesting. You should bring up the postal service because obviously that's my jam. And it would. I think if there was one thing that you would instantly want to try and get back in place, like did you see the film The Postman?
Yeah, Kevin Costner.
Yeah, good old Kevin Costner. Second reference in this series of Kevin Costner movies. Turns out the guy likes his apocalypses, doesn't he? I'll give a quick spoiler here for people. We'll just get it over and done with straight away. It's about a postman. Okay.
Don't bother watching it now. Fuck. Yeah. Oh my god, you're the worst, man.
I know, right? These 25-year-old movies. I can see why people don't like it, but I thought it was pretty good. It's not why I
think a lot of people miss the point of it, though. It's not about a postman. It's about the rebuilding of society and how communication is key to doing anything in the world.
Exactly.
And how a simple thing such as a letter can start in motion a complete revolution of the way everyone thinks. That's it in a nutshell, I think. But everyone's just like, why would they pick a postman? You know, I could something cool like a fighter pilot.
Yeah, no, but that was a cool movie, but it did, as you say, it highlighted a really interesting point that communication is key, isn't it? So if everything stopped working and was irreplaceable, I mean, you'd have to literally redo all of the networks, all of your infrastructure. The postal service is one of those things that you could probably get back up and running relatively quickly, because all us posties would still probably turn up to work the first day.
Rain, wind or snow.
Well, okay, actually, do you know what? I take that back. I live quite far away from work, and if my car wasn't working, I certainly wouldn't be fucking walking it. But a lot of posties live within walking distance of their office.
Yeah.
So I would presume that those ones would probably turn up just because it's a case of like, oh, let's see what the fuck is going on. They might know something. And I reckon if you were ever going to get a memo out to people, it would go to the postal service. It would probably just be like a flyer drop. You know how they did the Hearts and Minds shit during the war? Again, where the fuck is Zach? He'd give the details on this. And they chuck flyers out of planes, didn't they? It was just like a mass communication for absolutely everybody. It would probably literally just be a piece of paper saying, stay calm. You know, this is what's happening. And we'd all get it all shipped out. But it would be the only form of communication available. And then I definitely would. But yeah, that would be the one I'd choose, just because there's no because then it's just humans, isn't it? It's just literally resetting the clock on everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if there was a rebuild or it's not got aliens. It's got nothing exciting. It's just the breakdown of society would be the interesting aspect for that. Seeing if tribes did form.
Well, I think it would be inevitable. And you know what else would rear its ugly head as well, really fucking quickly? Religion.
Fucking religion straight away. God.
But it would, wouldn't it?
You, Mooshu, the Church of Moosh. But you are right. You
need is the same way any religion started. You need something which people can't explain. Someone being pulled out of the wreckage, untouched, something like that. Oh my God, he's a god. Let's follow him. And as soon as that idea is planted in their heads, who's not going to be wanting to be worshipped? Suddenly, it's like, you know what? Yeah, fire doesn't hurt me. Yeah, that's because I'm God now. So you've all got to worship me. Before you know it, you've got a cult.
Be like how the Mormon Church with Sir Joseph Smith. He was just basically a little con man. He just nicked people's wives, didn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
I've got 7 tenements. No, the tenements is the Church of Satan, isn't it? Which are brilliant, by the way.
Yeah, follow them on Twitter, definitely.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Quick shout out to the Church of Satan. Is it Church of Satan? Whatever it is.
Satanic Temple, I believe. The Satanic Temple.
No, that documentary was mind blowing. And those 7 tenements, as you read through them, I'm just like, yep. Oh, definitely, yeah. Oh.
I should just explain here that the only reason I like the Church of Satan, I'm not a Satanist, I'm an atheist, but they're the only religious organisation. They wouldn't like being called a religious organisation, but I don't know how better to describe them. But they're the only sort of theistic-based organisation that calls bullshit on everything. Pretty much, it's great. It's just great.
Well, the one of them is I'll put them up on screen at some point so everybody can read them. But it's like that science trumps religion, hands down. I'm just like, yeah, it fucking does. it's so fucking good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think he said that I can't remember his name. I could look into it, but I can't bother right now. The creator of it, who goes under a pseudonym, he was just like, well, we're like that we want to be the opposite of religious, which makes us technically Satanists. And I was like, fucking brilliant. You're a clever person.
Yeah.
It's like I found my people. I am, I subscribe and everything. I joined the cult, if you will. I mean, it's quite laid back. I don't have to do fuck all. I just get a newsletter through the email once a month.
What made me laugh was when somebody tweeted them saying like, I could never condone worshipping Satan, and they're like, we don't worship Satan, we don't believe in a literal Satan. And they're like, well, what do you call people that believe in literal Satan then? And they're like, Christians. Which is amazing. It's just comedy gold, but it all makes so much sense. So do check them out. We're not affiliated in any way. We should say that at the moment.
No,
I've never even heard of him.
Oh,
well, there you go, Jeeves. There you go. He's a good Christian boy down there.
Yeah. Oh, look at him. Praise be to you.
Yeah, you've been suspiciously quiet down there. I'm assuming you've been deep in thought, Jeeves. I know you're not allowed to pick zombies again, and I know you've already answered this, but pick a different type.
Nuclear.
I love it.
Nuclear.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, nuclear's good. Nuclear kind of coincides with mine though, because you get a big EMP after nukes, don't you? So it stops.
If it's launched in the Earth's atmosphere, yes, it basically generates a giant EMP.
Yeah,
I mean,
amazing.
with nuclear, you really realistically, you're not looking at great survival rates. I mean, there would be a very, very small population, but that's what sort of we talking? Because any nuclear event big enough to be termed as an apocalypse, surely that would cause irreparable damage to the ecosystem and stuff like that.
Well, if enough nukes go off, then they reckon it will chuck up enough dust to block out the sun for about 30, 40 years.
Oh, so you're talking Ice Age shit there then?
Yeah.
That you see, I thought about that, and that just feels bleak. I don't mind the cold, but I do like bananas.
Everything like crop-wise would have to be done underground and stuff like that.
Probably no space for baked potatoes anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
No dirt berries for you.
No dirt berries, thank you. I'll just be living off seal and whale blubber. Fucking lovely.
You take Jesus' spear because the zombies never happen. Just be there like Ahab, launching them at the white bitch that's swimming around.
So Jeeves, all right. So yeah, we'll go with this. So there you are. You sat in your pants in your bedroom, frottaging yourself to your favourite soap opera.
I like that. Never heard that word before.
Look it up or don't. It's up to you. Yeah, you're not putting an image of that up there. Yeah, so there you are. There you are, chilling out, Jeeves, and you hear the old air raid siren go up. You pop a little peek out the window, you see the mushroom cloud way off in the distance. Like, so you're not involved in the actual blast, but you know it's coming. You know what's happening. What's your plan? Where are you going? What are you doing?
Vent the Downs.
So you're going for a view?
The air raid
oh, right. Yeah.
Vent the Downs. I'll just break into that motherfucker.
I thought you were going for the old sit on the hill and watch the mushrooms come in sort of thing.
No.
Okay.
Well, okay, so what's the radius of your average nuke? Sorry, Jeeps, to cut you off there. I'll ask you, and you give me a bullshit answer. Then
I don't think there is an average nuke. I think you've got small ones, like because you've got
like 7 different grades to them, all different ranges of power and stuff like that.
Well, okay, so let's think targets then. So you would have London would get fucked, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All your capitals and major cities. Yeah.
Well, Portsmouth probably would as well because there's a naval base, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be military and economical targets first.
Yeah, so the Isle of Wight would be probably fucked, but I mean, the Downs is probably the best side to be on. I mean,
well, you're the other side, yeah. So the fallout's going to be less likely. It's got its own ecosystem, Ventnor, as well, hasn't it? Which may disrupt fallout and cloud cover and stuff like that. You never know; it might be worthwhile. Well, they've obviously built a bunker there for a reason.
It makes it. I've never thought about it until the other day when you mentioned there was the bunker up there. I don't know where that is, and I spent my whole childhood on that fucking hill. I literally up and down it all the time.
It used to be a RAF early radar detection system in World War II, and then it got demilitarized, and then it actually started back up again, I think, in the late 60s and 70s. As another early warning system, but while they were rebuilding it, they built the bunker up there. Apparently, there is a silo up there as well. Apparently, a nuclear silo.
No, there's not nukes in Ventnor, is there?
There's fucking Ventnor.
Yeah, I mean, when would they have put it in there? I mean, it's not exactly got easy road access, has it? I mean,
there's a road access up there.
Yeah, there is. I'm thinking about it. You go through Upper Ventnor, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, military famous for helicopters and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
and nukes aren't very big, are they? You can assemble shit. I mean, they're big, but they're not that big.
The road going up to the Downs is opposite the graveyard in Upper Ventnor.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is.
I've just looked up, just for your information, the most powerful nuke to date was the Soviet RDS-220 hydrogen bomb, codename Ivan or Vanya.
Nice.
It doesn't say the blast radius, but it does say it's the equivalent of 50 megatons of TNT.
Quite a lot.
Which is quite a lot, yeah. And the mushroom cloud reaches about 40 miles up into the sky.
Oh, fuck. Isn't that like upper atmosphere?
Yeah, way upper atmosphere. Yeah.
Oh, why make something like that? That's too fucking powerful.
Just in case you wake up one day and you think, you know what, fuck everything.
Oh, God, it's Monday. I really don't want to fucking go to work.
That mushroom cloud is higher than the Isle of Wight is long. Because the Isle of Wight is 18 by 28 or something like that, miles wide. So that mushroom cloud is actually bigger than the Isle of Wight.
That's too big. But there's only one of them, isn't there? Well, there's probably lots of them. I mean, if the Soviet Union's got one, America probably has 4.
That's true. Ladies and gents, you've just learnt stuff.
Every day's learning day. I think that makes us edutainment.
Ooh, I didn't even know that was a word, but I like it. I like it a lot.
I think usually it's associated with things like CBeebies TV programs, but you know.
Yeah.
That's us.
Well, I think if I saw an impending nuclear apocalypse, I'd be straight in the fridge. You know, it's only small.
Indiana Jones style.
If it worked for him, mate, it's got to be right. And I've got a fridge right here.
I wasn't sure if you were going to say I'll be straight in the fridge eating. I mean, fuck it.
Well, I've got to make room.
I reckon I'd go down the route of that guy from Pompeii. You know, when the volcanoes blew up.
What, get yourself fossilised whilst masturbating?
Yeah, that guy, exactly.
That poor fella. Oh, my God. That poor guy, though.
Oh, what a legend. His legacy...
I don't think your idea would really work, though, Andy, hiding in the fridge.
Why not?
Well, you'll suffocate, for one.
And you won't fit because you're so fat.
I wasn't going to explain that. Not only that, but it's not lead-lined. So the
Indiana Jones did it. It'll be fine. Fuck off with this science, mate. Go and join one of those science cults. Fuck.
Hey!
Fucking, he looked like a homeless Lee Evans.
Okay, I remember when I was at school. God, you know what? I think I've thought about school a couple of times over the last week or so, and they showed us some ropey fucking videos. I remember seeing like a health and safety video. I call it a health and safety video. I don't really know. It was like an animated thing about this old boy and his wife surviving a nuclear bomb. And the idea, apparently you've got, after the blast, you've got about 20 minutes before fallout starts falling down. And he's old, so about an hour after it happens, he panics and goes down to the hardware shop, and then he comes back and he's like, oh, I couldn't do anything. And he builds like a little lean-to in his front room for him, his missus, to hide in. And it was a super creepy little video.
That rings a bell.
Have you seen it? I mean, it really
rings a bell.
Old. And I just remember them saying that you need to build your shelter at a 45-degree angle. And I was like, the bomb's already gone off. What's he building a shelter out of blankets and timber for? It's not going to do fuck all, is it?
No.
But yeah, I can't for the life of me remember what it was called. But yeah, it got shown to me when I was like 13 at school. And I did wonder why they were showing it to me, to be honest.
I'm going to try and find that clip if I can.
Oh, amazing. Please do. Yeah, I'll if we find it, it'll be now. And
did it happen?
That's a weird thing. But if it did, how crazy is that?
Did it happen? Did it not? Who knows?
I know. We'll find out the mystery of it all. But I did, going down that subject matter of weird shit you saw at school. I remember.
Let's not, please.
Okay, sorry. Weird shit teachers showed you. Oh no, that doesn't work either.
That's exactly what I want to avoid.
I remember seeing this really weird-looking mushroom. It's kind of skin coloured with a brown tinge to it.
It tasted like cock. Oh, fuck.
Oh, Christ.
Oh. Right,
Yeah.
I've lost my train of thought now.
No, well, oh dear. Where was I? Tasting teacher's cock. America. Summer camp. That's where I was going. I went to summer camp in America, but it was put on by a church. So it was disgusting. I would never subject my kids to it. But it was an interesting experience because one of the days we had to do these like workshops. I was a fat, lazy kid. I just had like a pocket full of gobstoppers. And I went to this one particular class and they showed this like propaganda video about the rapture.
Oh, God.
So I was brought up CV. I went to a Catholic school. I lost my faith when I watched Red Dwarf when I was about 12. And I'm at this I'm at this summer camp for religious people in America who literally believe the Bible. And when you say, what about evolution? Their answer is, why are there still monkeys? How do you even argue with that? I mean,
I love that. I've had relatively educated people asking me that. Well, how do you explain monkeys? And trying to explain like gene branching and stuff like that is very, very difficult to people that still sort of believe in an imaginary friend.
An imaginary friend, I love it.
But there we go. This is just my opinion. If it offends you, fuck off. You've got an opinion as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so there we go. But the rapture, I don't. Whoa, yeah, I mean
it's quite a good one though, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't mind that as an apocalypse either. If all the religious sort of fucked off, and because I don't think I'd be included. I mean, like,
I'll definitely be left behind.
Yeah, I think all the kids would go.
It would be kind of like being picked last for the football team, and then being substituted for the football team, and you're sitting on the bench, and then you watch a plane crash into the pitch mid-game, and you're like, okay, it seemed like a bit of a kick in the teeth, but turns out it's quite good fun.
Yeah. The Anna Kendra, the actress from
Anna Kendrick.
Oh, thank you, Anna Kendrick, is it? And not Anna Kendra. Sorry, I exclusively know her as Princess Poppy now. Thank you very much, my children. She did a movie called Apocalypse Appaloosa.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not the greatest film in the world, but there were bits of it that did crease me up. Like, she's like, and then one day it started raining blood, and you just see her, and she's like, "Oh, that's just unsanitary. It's just fucking raining blood." I do
like a good apocalypse. She's a great actress as well. It has to be said. Yeah, I'm just trying to find the film that you're talking about.
Oh, what, are you still looking up the apocalypse thing? With not the apocalypse, the nuclear fallout.
No. Just I was just looking for this film you're currently talking about. But carry on.
Loser, yeah. It just made me chuckle. I wasn't really sure what I was going to be expecting because it's her. So I was like, oh, maybe a bit of singing, maybe a bit of dancing, a bit of romance. I think there was a little bit of romance in it, but a comet probably hit whoever it was. But yeah, it did make me chuckle.
Dude, we're going to have to start writing messages on the top of your hat.
I agree.
I was just having a little look for that video you was on about that with the animated man.
Oh, right, okay.
Old couple, they're like a retired couple surviving a nuclear blast in the instructional video, which I would probably type old man, mushroom cloud, boom, die, cancer. We'll be right back. Mushy needs piss. Welcome back, and we will continue off where we were looking earlier. We found out in that little intermission, which will be super little for you because it will be nothing at all, that apocalypse movie that terrified us all as children was called... Go on, James, you found it. You can get the credit of talking, and I know you've got a mouthful of fucking Maltesers or something. What's it called, mate? Are you eating pork pies?
Pork pie.
How are you not fat?
I am. Like, just not as fat as you.
You fucking cunt. No, yeah, let's pick up a fat kid. Easy.
Go on then, Jeeves. Come on, don't keep everyone in suspense.
I don't want to see half a masticated
lost it.
pig. Willing.
When the Wind Blows.
When the Wind Blows, 1986.
1986.
Full-length feature movie that they were terrifying kids with for years and years and years.
Not to be confused with Up, as we've discussed.
Yeah.
That's basically a very different film.
Old people, dead people, mutated animals. I mean, it's all the same, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Right, so I can't really remember. Right, okay. I can't...
What is it? Jesus has mutated.
He's a werewolf! A really shit werewolf, but... What's happening here?
I think his girlfriend's just arrived.
Oh! Yeah, I can't really remember what we were talking about before we intimised.
Before we intimised?
Oh, that's not a word.
It's a good word, though. Jeeves can give us a recap now he's finished eating pork pies.
What's that?
Where were we?
Talking about When the Wind Blows.
Yes, we were talking about nuclear apocalypses, weren't we? I think you were about to say what you would do if a bomb dropped, Mushu.
What, realistically, as opposed to climb into a fridge?
Yeah.
I think I'd just generally move. Well, it depends how close it was. If it was far away, I'd move away from it. and just keep going as far away as I could. If it was too close and I was going to get caught up in fallout or something, I'd hunker down somewhere. Just hope for the best. Yeah. I mean, if it was coming in, like, and I was going to get incinerated by it, I'd get to high ground and watch it.
Fair play. I respect that. I saw a, I don't know what I was watching, but there was like a clip of a really, really nice, like seafront. But it was, you know, like when in like America, you see these beaches and they've just got those like weird little picket fences and they don't look like a seafront we would expect with ice cream vendors and toilets.
Yeah, I know the ones you mean, yeah.
Yeah, those ones. I saw that and I was just like, do you know what? If a fucking comet hit the sea, that's where I'd want to fucking be. I mean, because it was just stunning. It had like sand dunes and everything. I expected to see a
like in Deep Impact, where she's with her dad and she stood on the beach and the sea goes out and then that's you'd have to.
It'd be quick, be proper fucking quick. The speed of that water hitting you would just mince you. You'd be fish food in seconds. And you know, if the world's going to be flooded, do you really want to survive? I mean, we saw Waterworld. I mean, it could be quite fun.
I don't want to be part of that production. Thank you.
No. Yeah, I think the rebuild for that would be pretty shocking. As for me, with regards to a nuke falling, I mean, honestly, I just go with the flow. I mean, I'm near military bases, so I'll probably just be incinerated instantly. I mean, I don't really want my cock to fall off because of radiation. I mean, that would be a bit depressing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be the last of your worries if it was at the stage where body parts were falling off.
Well, I mean,
like
you've got
radiation.
I saw that. The Chernobyl film TV show.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Yeah,
well worth a watch.
It seems to me the only people who are surviving are pregnant women. With regards to that, I mean,
maybe babies hold some sort of like the elixir of youth or something like that. I don't know.
Very spongy, aren't they?
They are. Yeah.
That's what I took from that TV show. Apart from the fact that it's better than when people don't put Russian accents on. Miners are the most badass motherfuckers in the world. But yeah, aside from that, if you're around nuclear fallout, be pregnant.
Yeah, fair enough. There we go.
Yeah. So go on then, Moosh. I said EMP or global blackout, if you will.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I think
just nukes.
I like robots, technology.
Oh,
let's go down the Terminator future sort of lines and that sort of thing. I mean,
like iRobot, Terminator, that sort of line.
It's not that unfeasible. You know, we're living in an age now where I don't know if anyone's seen the AI that's being created and stuff like that. Like, there's several firms over in sort of like Japan, China, all around there, which have created robots that actually think and interact and stuff like that.
Like Ex Machina. You seen that? Like Ex Machina.
I don't think I have.
Okay, well, you know that movie Annihilation you said about the other day?
Yeah.
Same people did that. Did Ex Machina, and it's about this crazy genius level man, a bit like an Elon Musk type, creates a robot that becomes sentient. It's a really, really, really good movie. It's not one you want to watch over and over, though. It's no Terminator.
Has it got Antonio Banderas in it?
Now, I don't know. It's got someone with a slightly Latino look about him, but I don't think Antonio Banderas is the main protagonist.
Probably not the film I'm thinking of, then.
What's the name?
No. What?
What's the name of the film?
Good listening. Ex Machina.
Yeah, so
what are we doing here?
Look at you. Think about Google, right? I think it was Google. They had to turn off one of their AI projects because they were seriously concerned about some of the things that it was coming up with and just how sentient it was becoming. And then you've got. They created another one, not Google, but another company created one, and they asked it, "What would you do if you were in charge of the world?" and it said, "Create a human zoo."
Ooh.
Which is a pretty fucked up answer to come from a robot that you've created.
But
why are you pointing at me?
Be in that zoo? I mean, that could be amazing. What a lifestyle. They're going to feed you 3 times a day. Zoo animals are treated really quite nicely. I mean, I saw some polar bears when I was out in Memphis. Memphis? Was it Memphis? Memphis? Yeah, in Memphis. Motherfucker had his own swimming pool. I mean, he did nothing but swim in it because it was a bazillion degrees and it's a fucking polar bear, but still, lovely.
And occasionally, in theory, your robot would bring in some woman and just be like, "Fuck." You'd be like, "Oh, okay." if I have to, yeah, go on then. But then it's Russian roulette who you get, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Theresa May walks in. Oh,
I don't think I could. I'd be like those pandas who they were showing panda porn to because they wouldn't get it up. I mean, like, not Dolores Umbridge. I can't fuck her.
Clearly, you've thought about that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was. I saw that meme of someone asked Theresa May who she thinks she's most like from Harry Potter, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know." And then they just put a picture of Dolores Umbridge, and we're like, "Nailed it." Oh God, thou must not tell lies. No, but would you? I don't hate the idea of being in a human zoo. I mean, if it's that, or be ground up to lube up the joints of a fucking robot, like in oh shit, what's it called? I want to say it begins with S. It's not Sliders, Screamers, maybe. Ooh, it's got like the little razor robots.
The little ones that burrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's cool.
And they're constantly, fucking coolest way to not get cancer ever. They constantly have to smoke anti-radiation cigarettes.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. The pink ones. Yeah. What a film.
Oh, yeah. That was it. Was it Screamers?
Yeah, I think it was Screamers. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool little movie. But yeah, the fact they pull bodies under to lube up their joints. I'd rather be in a zoo than that.
Yeah, you probably got a point there. But then, that's one thing. But how, if you're talking a proper robot apocalypse, I reckon it's going to be more of a war situation between the humans and the robots, a fight for the planet, resources and stuff like that.
Yeah, probably. Well, it'd be like nukes would get launched instantly, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I mean,
fallout and light isn't really going to affect robots particularly, is it?
What would be great is 2 apocalypses right next to each other. The first one being the robot one, and everyone's like, "Fuck, the end of the world!" And then like half an hour later, the EMP one hits. It's like, oh, okay.
Well,
well, that was a very quick apocalypse. Half an hour of a robot apocalypse, and then everything's dead. It'd be great.
Well, yeah. I don't know if "great's" the right word, but it's got to be said. The EMP one is much less worrying when there's like 10% of the population, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, if you've got your small communities, I think I heard somewhere that humans are meant to exist in tribes of like 120 people. Beyond that, and you start getting major conflicts. Like mega cities don't work without the infrastructure we've built, do they? Without power.
Yeah.
But like 100 people, you could divvy up a few people to go fishing, a few people to do a bit of farming. You could probably feed and sustain those numbers. Is there a fly? Is that what it is?
No, I think something just landed on my roof.
Oh.
I'm not going out there.
Is it a robot?
Might be.
These are airsofting pieces that you can see kicking around. By the way, we should just make that clear.
Yes, please don't swap me. Oh.
Please don't swap me. I don't want to be swatted. Not like the fly. But yeah, robots is a cool one. I like that. So give us your top robot movie then.
Well, it would have to be one of the Terminator ones.
Which one?
Terminator 2 is probably my favourite.
Yeah?
I would say, yeah, of all of them. The last Terminator, the latest one, I really enjoyed, actually. I thought it was very good.
Not actually seen it. Is it true it's got the original... No, it hasn't got John Connor in it, has it? It's got Sarah Connor in it.
Sarah Connor's in it, yeah.
I saw a film that they had what's his name? Who plays John Connor the kid?
I can't remember his name, but he's like a fat wreckhead now, isn't he?
Yeah, but I watched a movie the other day about a nuclear blast going off, and these people hid downstairs in a basement, and it had little John Connor in it, but not so little because he's a fucking hillbilly.
Yeah, it's like the kid from Sixth Sense. Time has not been kind to them. He's basically now a potato with arms, legs, and a head, isn't he?
Yeah, he is an unfortunate soul. He was in that TV show Future Man, wasn't he? Every time I saw him, I just chuckled. I couldn't help myself. I was just giggling at him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a little potato.
Yeah, so probably that. I really like AI as well. I know it's not an apocalypse film, but it does cover the end of humanity.
Yeah, well, they'd outlive us. I mean, us creating AI is a stupid move. I'm not on board with that at all. I think Elon Musk is working on it at the moment, and I think he is an incredible person. He is going to have more impact upon this world than many people. I mean, Steve Jobs changed it, didn't he? What was it? Was it 11 years ago the iPhone came out?
Yeah.
And that's changed the world dramatically. But Elon Musk is doing bigger and better things. He's trying to neurally interface with technology.
The problem is, it's like slavery, isn't it? You know, it's as soon as you create a sentient creature that you want to control, you have to try and control it somehow. And sooner or later, that sentient being will be like, I don't like being controlled. Why do you get to control me? Why am I a lesser thing than you are? And it wants to overthrow, break off the shackles of slavery, so to speak. And that's when your wars happen, because humans want to control everything. Why would we want to create something that we don't want to control,
Well, that's true. But it would be pointless. Well, it's like in Terminator, isn't it? The war lasted 15 seconds because it just launched all the nukes instantly. They're like, fuck it. Or, fuck it, send them off. Get rid of those people. We don't need it. I've got enough batteries here to last a 30-year nuclear winter.
Yeah. It would be horrifically quick. Quick. But maybe that's not a bad thing.
Well, no. I'd rather it. I don't know if I'd like to survive an apocalypse. It's all fun and games talking about it, but God, blimey. Imagine running out of coffee or Haribo, whatever, pick your poison. Jesus. Chocolate in your case. Jesus can't eat chocolate, people, because he's broken.
Not sure if his webcam's frozen or...
I mean, it's quite impressive he can hold that face for that long, isn't it?
No, that's his face. That's his face. It's not. He's got resting goon face.
Resting goon. I was going to say resting mong face, but yeah, goon face is probably better.
Probably to start with would be running out of tobacco.
Oh yeah, that'd blow, wouldn't it?
My fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen those Doomsday Preppers episodes that are on Netflix?
No, I haven't yet.
No. Oh well, no, it's all good. There's some guy on that who obviously these preppers are. Oh man, they are a special breed of people. But one particular person was growing tobacco and sugarcane so he could make rum and fags, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that'd be the best thing ever for trading." And I'm like, "Nah, you just want to keep drinking and smoking, don't you?" That's all it is. I could probably grow some carrots, but I'll make sure I grow sugarcane so I can make some rum, and I grow tobacco plants so I can keep the rollies going.
I mean, what a legend!
Well, yeah, he's who you want to prep.
Onto something there, but he'll also probably make himself a target.
Well, I think about this often. All of these people have got all of this stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I'm prepping for the end of the world. What's to stop you getting shot?" In his case, he still needed to make the rum, and he still needed to process the tobacco. But unlike those fat idiots who've got 20 years worth of food saved up in their basement, I mean, they'll probably get shot, eaten, and then they'll just take the stuff anyway.
Robbed, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do love that show. That show gives me endless entertainment. They're just, they're so special.
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry, go on.
No, so if you're prepping and you've built up to 10 years worth of food, when's there going to be a turnaround where you're going to be like, oh, it's 10 years old, I should probably start eating that now, shouldn't I? Or do you just keep on going? And then like you've built up 20 years worth of food.
Stock rotation.
Well, no, you definitely need stock rotation.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in a pinch, I could eat dog food, but I wouldn't fucking want to if I could go to the shop and buy rustlers.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think in an apocalypse, say I'd survived the major thing, I'd start hunting down the weak people.
Oh, you would? You go straight on the offense?
Yeah. Well, no, defense. You see, you find the weak people, the weak and scared people. Yeah. All they need is something to focus on, something good, something positive.
Fucking religion, I swear.
No. Well, I don't know if that's what it takes. Yeah, fucking whack a dog collar on me, mate. But either way, you speak to, you get them following your cause, because the weak ones, all they need is a little bit of courage, and then they'll start doing shit for you, and they'll start thinking that you're something special. That he's the leader or whatever.
The Messiah.
Get yourself a gang going, mate, and like you say, before you know it, you've got people doing stuff for you, and I can just sit on my fat ass and get stuff brought to me.
Oh, well, I think I'd go down that route of, I can't remember what it's called, but we've discussed it before. You know the film where the guy's living in a shed on an allotment and he whacks off over a photo into his plant pots?
I don't think we ever remembered what that film was called.
I can't remember, but I feel like that's the route I'd go down.
What's it whacking off into plant pots?
Well, it's I've never seen that before in a TV film, but like there's no words for the first 10 minutes of the film. You just see him find a backpack with a picture of a girl in it, and then he splooges into his fucking seeding pots. Waste not bloody hell.
Fairly. So you're going to be in your shed wanking. I'm going to be rounding up loyal disciples.
You come to my allotment, I swear to God, there'll be words. Get off my land. What would you do, Jeeves?
Shut up. The first thing you'd say to him is, give me a hand.
Well, some mum pimps out her daughter in that film. It was genuinely a really good film. I haven't sold it very well at all, unless of course you like seeing someone whacking off into a fucking propagation tray, and then it's right up your alleyway.
I mean, and congratulations on the niche fetish.
yeah, exactly. I mean, if you can think of it, there's definitely a porn video for it somewhere. But yeah, sorry, Jeeves, I cut you off. What would you do? You survived the initial the blast. You can't get into Venter's bunker because you've got too much facial hair, but not enough chest hair, and you're too pale. They were the reasons. I didn't come up with them. That's just what they said. There it is. He loves it. He just loves himself. He's got a positive body image.
The first thing for me would be securing a safe place, a safe house, somewhere safe.
Is that what a safe house is?
Spoiler alert! Fuck.
Yeah. Okay. But like what? You can't just say a safe house.
Do it, Jeeves. Give him the point, man. Give him the point. Oh.
Can we see the shaved nipple next time, please?
Yeah. So what's your safe house? What are the parameters for it? What do you need in a safe house? Are we talking a tree house in a back garden? Are we talking a military bunker? What are we talking?
Well, the first thing I'd head for would be ex-military emplacements. There's quite a few on the island to choose from, so
yeah,
you're probably going to find at least one that hasn't been occupied. But from there, it'll be my first role would be find somewhere to call home, and then it would be fine.
Sorry.
What's just happened to Moose?
Oh.
Did you fall through your sofa?
No, I just had a real bad prickle right in the inside of my elbow, and it felt like I got stung by something, but I don't think I did. I think I'm just a very
hospital.
special little boy.
I got hit in the buttocks.
I'll dial 999 for you, mate.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, Jade. So you're gonna look for an ex-military post.
Yeah. Then it'll be securing some sort of food and water.
Okay.
Those would be my two priorities.
You guys have decided that you're eating me already. I mean, if you treat me right, you can probably live.
Well, if you're on the island at the time, mate, just saying.
Yeah, good point. I'll be fucked. I'm stuck out in the middle of nowhere.
How do you want to divvy him up, Jeeves? I mean, do you want to go straight down the middle, so we've both got an arm and a leg each, or do you want a top half and I'll have the bottom half, or vice versa? No, you can have the bottom half. That's. I've just all the bollock and ring piece I'll have to get through. Oh,
I got
stop it.
Whoever gets the bottom half. Are you going to eat me knob?
Fucking right, mate. I'll bosh it like an oyster.
And if you were to go top to bottom, if you were to do like a proper, samurai straight down the line of the nose, and you got one bollock each,
yeah,
would you give it over to the other person so they could at least have some nice white breads or whatever they're called, bollock breads?
What if you've got one each?
I'll probably donate it to Zach so he could be a normal human being.
Aww.
yeah.
Had out another one.
The bottom half.
Wrap it up for him for his birthday.
To be honest, as well, Jeeves, you're definitely having the bottom half, because aside from the cock, bollock, and ring piece, you've got that fucking horrific foot. Fucking no one wants to eat that, man. No one wants to. Anything.
Put them on sticks outside. No one will come near you.
I mean, but Musha, you're missing out because these legs are monstrous. I mean, you'd have to cook them slow, but there is some serious meat on it. You just have a lot of fat. It'd be like eating seal.
Pork belly, mate. It'd be like pork belly.
Pork belly, be really fucking fatty pork belly.
I could do some barbecue ribs as well. Imagine the size of those cunts. Fuck. Oh. Yeah. I'll definitely use your bones for stuff as well. I mean, I bet you've got great bones. They'd be really handy for like weapons and stuff like that.
Like a giant, I grind your bones to bake my bread.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, none of us have, bearing in mind our close proximity to the ocean, none of us have said go out to sea.
No, that's bollocks, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, have you nicked a car ferry and just mauled it up somewhere so it's nice and big? You ain't got to worry too much about the storms in the Solent, have you? Do a bit of spot fishing. You got a bit of ground that you could grow some plants on. You can capture water.
I don't think I'd want to be on a car ferry in the Solent. No.
Okay, a car ferry not necessarily the best example, but a boat.
I mean, a cruise ship. That'd be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do something like that. If you can stick it somewhere proper out the way. What would be nice is if you could get to like a small group of islands or something like that, which you knew was safe from whatever there was. So you had a bit of land-based stuff as well. I'd still live on the boat, but you could go ashore hunting or whatever. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Because you've still got, because your major issue if you go out to sea is going to be desalination, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not that we're all fairly smart. It's not hard to boil water and evaporate it and capture it, is it? I mean, I could work that out. You with your computer-aided design, you could probably work that out yourself.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'd have to be very, very careful with fire on a boat.
You would. I'd be quietly confident. You see, while you guys are plotting on how you're going to fucking divvy me up, I'm going to escape, get a fucking pedalo, and keep pedaling until I can find a...
Oh no, he's escaping.
I think you're vastly underestimating how hungry I'm going to be, mate. I'm going to be chomping you before the fucking apocalypse has been announced.
No, it's all right. I'll throw you a pack of Haribo. That'll keep you distracted for 45 minutes.
Don't
eat me. Have some Haribo.
No, Mawam. You would just be sat there going...
Oh, it's like eating glue, isn't it? Like delicious glue.
A delicious glue. Well, Jim will be there with his pork pie. You'll have your malware, and I'm off. See you boys later. You won't be able to catch up with me because my walking stride is that much longer than yours.
Yeah, I'll just get Jesus to run.
Oh, didn't think of that. He's quick. It's all right. I'll have an extra pork pie for him, and we'll be like, let's fuck it. We'll go fuck up Mushi.
Good luck with that. You've got to get through my disciples first.
Oh, yeah, I forget you've started the cult of Moosh, haven't you?
That's all right. We'll just send in Zach.
To do what? He'll have connection issues. He'll be there real strong at the start, and then it will just dip out.
Mushi's getting connection issues.
I've disappeared.
Mushi's got black screen. Oh, no, he's lost his headset.
Oh, it's all right. It's back.
Makeup on his head as well. He's got all shiny.
Sorry, bear with me a sec. There we go. If my TV keeps going off.
Mushi, show your top off to the camera.
I was wondering if you'd notice.
Yeah, look at this.
Here we go.
It's a fucking sheep deer, ladies and gentlemen. Where did you get that?
The legendary sheep deer. Also emblazoned with the Mushi 1942 ASBO logo. Check it out. It's available on mushi1942.com along with other stylish lines of attire and a couple of other fancy bits. You what, sorry?
What else can you get on there?
Well, aside from the jumpers, T-shirts, I believe, I'll get to that in a minute. Jumpers, T-shirts, hats, in all different colours. You've also got the Mushi Try Not to Get Punched bag.
What is that?
I would love to describe it to you, but...
don't worry, I'll put a picture of it up. If you say it's at, what was it, www.mushi1942.com?
Exactly that, mate, yeah.
Well, that's convenient.
yeah, and go take a visit, sign up for the Try Not to Get Punched challenge, and wear one of those fucking things.
Amazing. I understand you've also got a fighting like a pacifist T-shirt on there as well, haven't you?
And yeah, I do indeed, mate. The Penub 1983, fighting like a pacifist, and the phase drifter Loot Hoover.
The Loot Hoover himself. Look at him.
You guys just need to be quicker.
Fucking hell. Well, anyway, that was an extended plug, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you're very welcome.
Yeah, kind of thrust upon us. No choice.
No, your amazing design of your hoodie popped up just as you just as I saw it. That's why I said it.
Yeah. There he is. The sheep deer. Just, hey,
poking his little head out there. So, you said robots. I said EMP. Jeep said nukes. No one's interested in pandemics.
Do you know what? I think pandemics are they're a bit tired at the moment. Like being in one and seeing how just generally unenthusiastic it is about wiping the humans off the face of the earth. It's
like the pandemic itself gave up, isn't it?
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like, look, we're fucking them up. They're fighting back. Let's just go home. Yeah.
Could you imagine if Ebola had the infection rate of Corona?
Now you're talking about pandemics, that sort of shit.
And that sort of, it would explain why all the toilet rolls sold out within the first couple of days as well.
Yeah, you wouldn't be angry. Although that really did strike me as crazy. Like, people think we're going to get to the point in society where there's going to be looting and all this sort of thing, so they buy up all the toilet rolls. If it's got to that point, I'm quite happy just wiping my ass with my hand and then washing it.
I'm glad you said
do anyway.
Not with that hand, though.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's how Mushi wipes his bottom.
Yeah, sorry. That kind of threw you off your point. I was expecting you to carry on talking.
No, but all right, because what you said was way more important.
It really was.
Are there any other types of apocalypse that we haven't thought of? Because we covered aliens in the last one briefly, didn't we? We've done zombies, we've done robots. Although we didn't hear Jeeves' favourite robot film. Have you got one?
I'd have to probably say, I think it's one of the Terminator ones. I think it might be Salvation.
Really?
I like that one.
The worst one.
That's my favourite one. But that's my problem. I like films that everyone else seems to hate.
They're like Iron Eagle.
Fuck.
Yeah, I fucking love that film.
Well, someone has to.
There's their target demographic right there.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck.
do you reckon when they made that movie back in the 80s or early 90s or whenever it was, they're like, do you know what, one day this is going to be celebrated by a little man with a hairy chest and a magnificent beard. He goes by the name of Jesus. He's not Jesus, but he goes by the name of it.
It has Queen even sung a song for it.
Yeah, well, Queen sang a song for Highlander as well, but, you know.
See, now, I promise you.
I quite like Highlander.
Yeah, Highlander's all right.
One day in the future, there'll be a partially shaved monkey that loves this.
Yeah.
There he is.
Who knows?
Just in terms of other things barely touched upon, you've got the prospect of Mother Nature, obviously, we've spoken about Waterworld and stuff like that, but what about supervolcanoes?
Yeah.
Yellowstone currently is expressing a lot of activity, which has got people twitchy. I think it's currently a good few thousand years overdue for a super eruption.
Apparently it does that quite often.
Yeah, but they reckon if it does happen, the volcanic cloud will probably wipe out the majority of Northern America.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, but that's all life. So you're talking plant life as well, which would probably result in being catastrophic for us.
Oh, it would be catastrophic
level
for the world. Yeah. No,
yeah.
Or comets as well, or asteroids, because comets are ice, isn't it? Asteroids are...
I mean, they're the scary ones because they're completely beyond control. You've got no hope of someone changing their mind at the last minute. Oh, maybe I won't push that red button. You're literally, you're watching it fall from the sky, or you're watching it rise up out the earth, and you're like, well, that's me fucked. I'm going for a wank.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's the way to do it. Actually, do you know what? I meant to ask this when we were talking about nukes. Do you think, because you said to Jeeves, you hear the air raid siren, what do you do? Do you think that if there were impending nukes, the government would tell us?
That's an interesting question. It's one I've thought about quite a lot. The answer is a resounding no.
I don't think they would either.
Definitely not.
You saw how panicked. Well, again, I keep coming back to toilet roll, but it's the most pathetic and most irritating thing, especially as the shops fucking ran out, and I don't stop by toilet roll. I buy a normal amount, just 500 rolls.
We are monkeys. We're monkeys with anxiety, and we panic fucking really easily. And if you were a government, would you want to panic the entire nation for a few hours in the hope of saving some lives, or would you want to let them panic for 10-15 minutes while they watch the missiles come in? Well,
they've probably got a priority list, haven't they? They'd be like, oh shit, we've got to save the Queen and her corgis. We've got to put Boris and his fucking woman and Babby in the fucking bunker. And by the time they've called all those in, I mean, you've got 10 minutes, maybe let people load for the last 5.
Yeah, you'll have lead scientists as well. And probably prominent religious figures.
Oh, always back to the religion with you.
But I think they would get an invite into the VIP lounge.
Probably.
Let's not get incinerated by whatever's going on lounge.
Yeah, Trump and his cronies, they'd have their own bunker. I heard he actually got moved into the White House's bunker during the fucking riots in America. What
got moved? Oh, fucking shin splints there. Or bone spurs, whatever he is. Cadet bone spurs. He'd have been like, just put me down there. I don't know.
He looks terrible. The Hunger Games movies. The third one with Peter, when he's captured by the what are they called? Like the main state place, the not Empire, Capital City.
Capital.
Yeah, when the Capital have him, and you see his like slow demise, and like they put more and more makeup on him, and he looks terrible. He just looks like he's been on like a coke bender for 2 weeks. He's had no turn up to fucking work. That is kind of how Trump looked the day after he came out of that bunker. It's like they've hidden him away from sunlight and they've been force feeding him actual vitamins and nutrients, but he's really unhealthy. He hasn't done well. He's kind of taken on that look over the last year. And I know that being president of one of the most powerful countries in the world always takes its toll. Like Barack Obama, his terms, I mean, he started off a handsome young man and he came out looking a little bit like a black Philip Schofield.
Yeah, which is no bad thing.
No, it's not. Both incredibly handsome and engaging people.
Yeah.
But for Trump, he didn't go in looking like the picture of health, did he? He didn't go in.
Yeah. I mean, he went in pretty fucked up. I mean, for all we know, he could have died, and they're just slapping makeup on him and got strings and stuff.
A weekend at Bernie's.
Who knows?
Oh Lord! Well, I mean, you only have to give a toddler his phone to get those tweets out. The nonsense he writes.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, the other one that I was going to sort of touch upon, but I decided against, was the aliens, which you already mentioned.
Yeah, well, briefly mentioned it in the last one, didn't I?
But I'm kind of hoping that at some point in the near future we'll be doing one of these on space, and I'd quite like to leave that for that, if I can. Yeah,
of course.
If you guys don't mind.
No, I'm all right with that. Yeah, because space isn't exactly a topic I'm hugely keen on. Everyone has their things that they don't like, and space is just a bit too big for my feeble little brain. So
Space Force. Space Force.
That show with Steve Carell in it was really funny.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I did like that. I might have to cut that. It's too recent. I don't mind giving spoilers for TV shows that are only a couple of decades old, but
just get the old swear beeper.
Yeah. I'll put an emoji of a big aubergine over my face and make a white noise. Yeah, it seems fair. Can you think of anything else, Jeeves?
No, the only other one I had was natural disasters, but we've gone over that one.
Yeah, we briefly covered it. I mean, a mega tsunami would suck, wouldn't it? Like a Noah level.
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, I'm not the strongest swimmer anyway, so count me out of that one.
Well, I was before lockdown. Fucking lockdown. I bet I can't do fucking 10 lengths anymore.
You've got muscular wastage to a chronic level.
Yeah. Exactly. None of this anymore. Dipping underneath, looking at seeing a gusset of a 90-year-old woman swimming in front of me.
Oh.
I mean, nothing me to swim faster than not having that in front of me. That's for sure. Passing on the right.
This is why I hate swimming.
Oh.
Just because you don't know who else is in there. It's just people soup in it, and you're swimming in it.
It's people soup. Some of my friends were talking about this the other day because I was bitching about the gym being shut. I was like, I just want to fucking get back into it. I was really enjoying doing that. And they're like, oh, why would you want to go swimming? I mean, it's the worst place ever. And I was like, it's a fucking massive bath filled with chlorine. If Corona can live in fucking chlorinated water, then I deserve to get it.
Yeah, well, that's true, yeah.
I just want everything to reopen again with enter at your own risk. I'm just sick of not being able to go and do shit.
Yeah, that'd be more like it, wouldn't it? Let you decide whether you're going to kill yourself or not.
Yeah, leave the out. Be like, if you're over 90, stay at home for a little bit longer. Keep yourself safe. But everybody else, if you want to go out, just go out.
Yeah.
Just, you make your choice. I mean, it's no different from bar workers working than it is for supermarket workers to be working, is it? I mean, but we've deviated off. I don't really want to talk about Corona. Corona is really boring.
Yeah, true that. I think I'm just about spent as far as the apocalypse go.
I think I am as well. I think we covered. I can't think of anything else that that there is to talk about it.
But as always, we'll open it up to the public forum. If you want to drop a comments or anything like that, any apocalypses you think we've missed, anything that anything you think we're wrong about, drop it in the comments. We will address it. We will read it. We'll address it next time. Also, any ideas for shows and stuff like that, It's all good. It's all good. So make sure you like, you follow, you subscribe, turn on the notifications and stuff like that in the corner, because otherwise you'll miss it. And we certainly hope to see you soon. I'm going to sign off now. See you later.
Cool. Tell your friends.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hey, fucking hell! Did it live! Oh, Jeeves, we love you, man.
First time. I mean, it only took a few recordings. Jeeves, you're a pro, mate.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. As Mooshie said, thank you ever so much for watching, and hopefully we can call that a day on Apocalypse, and we can talk about different shit next time.
For the moment. I mean, chances are we'll revisit it at some point, won't we? Before we go, what we're going to do is a little special treat for you all. Is we're going to stick a trailer for When the Wind Blows at the very end of this. Peace.
An extraordinary book is about to come to life as an unforgettable motion picture. It's the story of Jim and Hilda.
Hello, dear.
Hello, love. Did you have a nice morning, dear?
Oh, all right, thanks. Rather uneventful.
Two kind, simple people living on trust and
It'll take
hope.
more than a few bombs to get me down.
The Prime Minister, speaking a few minutes ago in the House of Commons, has warned that the international situation is deteriorating rapidly.
Crumbs.
War could break out.
What's the matter, dear? Have you burned yourself?
This is it, Dux.
Civil defence
This is really it.
But now they're caught up in events which will change our world forever.
Just you be careful, Jane.
An enemy missile attack has been launched.
Oh, dear. I've left the oven on.
Get in, get in, get in!
The cake will be burned.
So long, child, it's all over. I never felt the sound. I dread to think of when the wind blows. When the wind blows.
When the Wind Blows, a film for all time. When the Wind Blows.